If I thought the burden of my blues was going to lift today, I got another thing coming, because this is just not the day for it. Welcome back. Out here in the country, it's a burden. Everybody's got their way of dealing with it, right? Some people's ways of dealing with it are quite unique. Other people's ways are quite detrimental. We're talking about how I deal with the blues, how I deal with sadness. Now, being that I am a creator, a YouTuber, a content creator, you know, I create here, I put my content here, but I also am just fluidly a creator without recording it. I'm just creative, right? And that's how I deal with it. I reach for the guitar, or sometimes it's more about escapism, getting away from it. I reach for a pole with a line on it and a hook at the end. Other times I can't do much but just reach for the guitar. I gotta feed a cat. That goes a long way. But yeah, I take that energy, that darkness, I take the blues and I harness it. Yeah, yesterday I woke up and I thought it was going to be a good day. It was warm, fishing sucked. I came down the hill and I looked at my lake view. I saw an orange Exeter driving slow. Pause a little bit, drive a little bit, pause a little bit, drive a little bit. She was looking. I knew who it was. And I knew what she was looking for. Not sure if that was me she was looking for, but she was looking at the water. Later on, I came down and I looked at the water. I think both of us didn't see what we were looking for. Whether it was me, I wasn't there. Whether it was the fish, they weren't there. And then I went out to another spot where I could see that road from another angle, and I saw them yellow lights coming down. I thought maybe it's just another pair of yellow lights, but it was the same pair of yellow lights. It was the correct pair of yellow lights. And again, coming down slow, pausing, stop right at the culvert for a millisecond, a little, like, slice of a second, and then kept on going. I kept on fishing. I felt the burden coming, because things were reminding me of things, you know, other memories, other times. And then here they come down the other hill, slowly, pausing here and pausing there, and then disappearing up the hill which they originated from. And here I am, waking up on a day with a sky that is very burdened, very blue, everything's very wet. Do I reach for the pole or do I reach for the guitar? Well, obviously I reached for the camera, and now I gotta feed a cat. Sadness. It comes and it goes. For some of us, it is a burden. It is overwhelming, and we don't quite know what to do. We might self-medicate to run from it, and that doesn't always work out to plan. You're more than ready. Yes, you are. Oh, these things come and go no matter where you're at. Out here in the country, at least this is where I'm at. There's a lot of people out here in the country that seem to have lost sight of the natural beauty around them. They're not affected by it. Maybe they've been out here too long. Maybe they've been inside too long. What's this dump truck doing? Oh, let me over that. I have no idea what's going on with the dump truck, and I have no idea why I'm bothering to dry these bowls. Well, it's the process of cleaning them, right? I'm gonna put them right back out there, and they're gonna get wet again. The irony is that one of those is for water, so yeah, I'm about to get it wet. It had dirt and leaves in it. The dump truck is dumping, that's what it's doing. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about mental illness. I know that there is a depression out there that comes without reason. You just can't figure out why all of a sudden you're depressed. It's clinical depression, right? I'm not one to tell you why that is, but there is another kind of sadness that comes, and it has a reason. It has an origin. You know, sometimes you're not quite sure why something is, because you haven't figured it out, but you know where the source is, right? You know where it's coming from. You know what's causing it. And sometimes it's just the weather. Today it's a mix of things. And at some point I'm going to reach for that guitar, and I'm going to rechannel that energy. And I'm going to create a song. I was working on one the other day called The Fireman's Daughter. Maybe there's one coming called The Yellow Lights. I don't know. Will I do anything with these songs? Will they show up on M. Hood's Boom? Maybe, maybe not. But they're just things I'm working on. Because we should be working on things, even when we feel the burden. Yeah, you're right. It's not so heavy that I couldn't get out of bed today. I got right up out of bed, and I got right at things. It's just a dripping sky. It's wet. But maybe it's going to stop soon, but surely it will eventually. But you got to lean into these things sometimes. Got to lean into them. Sometimes you need to wake up and put black on. Sometimes you need the blues. You need to get it out. Yeah, you're right. I'll tell you what. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being members of the channel. And yeah, you're right. I will see y'all next time.